Most scooters are designed to make the commute much easier, and the Honda ADV350 does that. It also just looks at a gravel road or a campsite or a broken B road and says, why not? After riding the Forza 350, I got a lot of requests to take out its more rugged brother, the ADV350. So that's exactly what I'm going to do today. If you're interested to find out how I get along on this bike and which one I prefer, then definitely keep watching. Prices for the 2026 Honda ADV350 start from £5,999 in the UK. The standard model is available in matte coal black metallic, iridium grey metallic and matte pearl cool white, while the special edition comes in pearl falcon grey at no extra cost, weirdly enough. Power comes from a liquid-cooled 330cc ESP Plus single-cylinder engine, producing 29 brake horsepower and 31 Nm of torque, paired to Honda's smooth CVT automatic transmission. Suspension is taken care of by 37mm upside-down forks and twin rear shocks, while braking comes courtesy of Nissan single discs front and rear, backed up by ABS. Equipment includes a 5-inch TFT display with Honda RoadSync smartphone connectivity, a smart key, USB-C charging, LED lighting, self-cancelling indicators, Honda selectable torque control, which is traction control to you and me, emergency stop signal technology, and an impressive 48 litres of under-seat storage. The seat height is 795mm, curb weight comes in at 186kg, and it has an 11.7 litre fuel tank. Right, let's ride it and see how I think it compares to the Forza. Right team, when I was last on this road, I was actually riding the Forza 350. Well, today I'm on its more adventurous, rugged sibling, the ADV350. And after I rode the Forza 350 and, made comments about the typical kind of scooter suspension, you guys were like, Kate, you need to ride the ADV350 because it's a completely different kettle of fish with the suspension that it has. So I'm going back to the place where I rode the Forza 350, and I'm hopefully going to go over the same lumps and bumps and see if the ADV350 is more up for the job. Notice how I hit the biggest bump possible then. You know me guys, you know I love a maxi scooter so much. They fill my soul with joy. Joy, ease, purpose. Do you know what I like about scooters? I like how it makes getting on the road quite accessible. Do you know what I mean? Not very good with gears or too scared or whatever your reason. Boom, get on a maxi scooter, rev and go. Rev and rip and just live your best life. So, the Forza and the ADV have a few differences. They've got a lot of similarities. They've got more similarities than they have differences, actually, that's for sure. Like, they share the same price in the UK for a start. They share the same engine, the same chassis, the same tank capacity. They don't share the same seat height. This is slightly taller. We'll get into that in a minute. And they certainly don't share the same bars. Now, if you look here, we've actually got bars like on a motorcycle, and I can actually mount a camera to the bars instead of putting a sticky pad on the screen of the Forza 350, which actually, in its defence, is an electric one, which is quite a flex, whereas this one is not electric, it is a manually adjustable screen. But the bars on this are the flex, and also the front suspension, it's Showa upside down suspension. Oh crikey O'Reilly, it's windy today. But yeah, it just, the push and pull on the bars, it just makes this thing so agile, so nimble. And I honestly have the best time when I ride scooters.
scooters like this. Yeah. Guys, how sad is this? At the time I'm filming this, it is July the 4th to be precise, and look at the weather up in the northwest. Everyone in the country has not a cloud in the sky. Morning, Mr. Magpie, give my regards to your wife. Everyone in the country has clear skies, not a cloud in sight. Yet here we are, overcast, grey, not particularly warm. As you can see, I'm hoodied up under this already quite thick jacket, but at least it's dry, so I guess I need to be thankful for that and stop moaning. But my gosh, it's windy, it's cold, and it's July. On a plus side, we do, because it rains so much, have this fantastic greenery to absorb with our eyeballs. But yeah, it's not often we can enjoy it, like on a motorbike perspective, because the roads are always wet. And don't get me wrong, I'll ride in the wet, I always do. When it comes to winter, I know you guys always say like, oh, you're always out of the country riding motorcycles, and this is true, and I am super lucky to be able to do that. But also, when it comes to winter, I'm out. I'm always out, rain or shine. Cold Baltic conditions have to be undeterred, because when you're a self-employed content creator, if you stop putting out the reviews and the videos, then you stop being able to pay your mortgage. Fun times. So yeah, but if anything, it's taught me a bit of resilience. It's probably made me a better rider, and certainly makes me appreciate summer more when we actually get it, because what is this? But yeah, it is more, I think, playful than the Forza 350. That's the word, it's more playful. The seat height on this is slightly taller than on the Forza 350, and the reason for that is because this is kind of seen as Honda's like all-terrain scoot. You know, something that, as mentioned in the intro, is quite happy going down a gravelly side track or rocking up to a campsite. So of course we've got more clearance with this bike, so it's slightly taller. And the seat height on this is 795mm. Now that seems low. Oh, crikey O'Reilly. But do not be deceived, it's girthy, throws your legs out, and consequently feels quite tall. So I'll pop in some footage now of what it's like for me to sit on this bike. Clear. Now I'm a 5'4" individual, or 162 centimetres tall, with a 29-inch or 73.66 centimetre inside leg measurement. And this is what it's like for me to sit on this bike. Now, as you can see, when I shuffle my butt forward and sit perched right on the end of the seat, it does make life easier for me when I do come to a stop. But if I was to, well, when I'm moving and I'm on the go, I push myself to the back of the seat to where I should be, where a bum should rest. But that's not the case when I stop, because I don't have the leg length, so I've got to do the bum shuffle. I've got to shuffle right forward. But it is what it is. Whilst it's dry for a change, I am going to head over to Rivington, my local jaunt. Why, you ask? Well, I'm going there because I took the Forza 350 over there to see how it kind of coped, and I want to take this bike over there so that I can see how it handles all the same bumps. Please don't pull out on me, please don't pull out on me, please don't pull out on me. Right, so straight away, this bike just feels so much more flickable and so much more agile than the Forza 350. I think it's just the bars. It's just the bars. Let's wait for this guy to come. Hopefully we don't have to stop. No stopping required. Just a bit of throttle control. Lol. Okay, we can pick up the speed. We can pick up the speed. have a little whiz around. Yeah, boy. Ah, we love it. We've got the police. Whoop, whoop, it's the sound of the police. Whoop, whoop, it's the sound of the police. Oh, yes. You know what they'll do? They'll do national speeds with these. I'm pretty sure the top speed of this is something like 85. Oh, ice cream van. I can't look at an ice cream van and not think about GTA. Am I cooked? I think I am cooked. Yeah, boy! Oh shit, I realise I should probably like do the tapping on the head thing. I'm living my best life over here. Come down here. Use all the road whilst it's free for the moment. Alright, so this is quite a bumpy road, you know, and I am feeling some bumps, but then again, even with the suspension, it can't be completely immune to the bumps because we got little piddly wheels, which are fantastic from an agility perspective, but not so great at soaking up the harshness of the road. Bumpier. Oh, that's alright, that's okay. Not too bad, not too bad. Oh yeah, I do love scooters. Oh, crikey. You don't want to get too carried away. Walkers in the road. Safe. But they can be there, that's fine. Oh yeah, it was quite fun to floor around the bends then. Okay, so this is where all the potholes are. First one. Okay. Okay, that's not the boss of potholes that I've encountered on this road before. Right, so this is the road with a giganticous pothole. I'm trying to see if I can find it, see it in advance. I can smash on through it. So far, yeah. Oh, again, not too bad. Not too bad, you know. Maybe they've patched the pothole up because I think it was a lot earlier than this. Anyway, I'm trying to hit potholes the best that I can. But so far, the suspension, there is a definite difference in feel between this and the Forza 350 for sure. A definite difference. Righty-ho, let's get back to business. Let's get back to business. Oh, yes. Hey! Okay. There's a few bumps there, like a bit of a drop, and it felt composed. It felt quite good. I feel like you can ride this in a much more like fluid and sporty manner than the Forza 350. You know, I'm not dogging the Forza 350. I love the Forza 350. I think it's an absolute weapon. But I just think that on the brakes, yeah, that worked. Alright, didn't it? Drop into the 40. Could see there was nothing behind us. Slammed on, bit of ABS intervention. All good. Right everybody, I am back in from riding the Honda ADV350 and you guys were right. When I rode the Forza 350, there were a lot of comments that were like, you need to ride the ADV350, Kate. It rides a lot differently to the Forza, and I have to say, this is definitely a bit more up my street. One, I love the proper like motorcycle bars as opposed to the big scooter kind of setup that the Forza 350 has. You can't mount anything to it, whereas you can actually mount a camera to this one. But not only that, I mean that's quite practical for me in my job, but I just really like the agility that these bars give to this scooter. Honestly, just counter steering on it, little micro inputs, and you can just be flipping and flopping like nothing else. Much more agile than the Forza 350 in that regard. I also think that the suspension on this with the upside down shower suspension is definitely a welcome addition over the Forza 350 because it just is so much more absorbing of potholes, and you'd expect it to be because the ADV, it's in the name, is supposed to be kind of like a bit of an all-terrain type machine. And don't get me wrong, we're not going to do Carl's Diner on this for sure, but
yeah, it's certainly better at taking the bumps and the terrible conditions that we have in our country lanes than the Forza. Now, one thing I will say about the Forza 350, the comfort on that compared to this is kind of unparalleled from like a motorway perspective, from a wind protection perspective. The Forza 350, I actually really like it, and I'm not knocking it at all, but I do think that the ADV350 is definitely more up my street, and particularly as the prices are the same as well, so this would be my choice, but I can see a case for the Forza 350 for sure. I just think if our roads weren't so potholy and just terrible, then yeah, maybe I would angle more towards the Forza, but this bike just lapped everything up today, or should I say this scooter lapped everything up, and yeah, I can certainly appreciate this scooter. Now with everything, I've got pros and cons, so I'll pop them on the screen now. Feel free to pause and digest at your leisure, but I think it's quite clear to see that I am very much a fan of a maxi scooter. I absolutely love them. I think they're great. I think they're just so good for nipping through towns, for commuting, you know, the odd motorway blast as well, rev and rip. You don't have to put much thought into it. Very easy to use, and I just really like them. So guys, what would you go for? Would you go for the ADV350 or the Forza 350? I'm very curious to hear what you guys think. And yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this, and I'll catch you all on the next one. Take care. Bye.